Hi, and welcome to this Environmental Minute. I want to talk about a significant environmental issue that's not obvious. The issue is grandfathering. It relates to how and why we comply with environmental regulations. Its obscurity doesn't mean it's unimportant. Let me explain what I mean. I'll use municipal building codes as a way to explain what grandfathering regulations means. Sometimes when new building code regulations are introduced, existing property owners are not required to comply with the new building code changes. These buildings are considered to be grandfathered, meaning they may be exempt from complying with new regulations for some period of time. As an example, imagine you own an existing property in the industrial section of your city. The local government has just introduced a new zoning law that requires changes for new construction. They want to increase the distance between the property line footprint and new building construction. Since your facility is older and predates these new regulations, under many municipal building codes, your building may be considered grandfathered, so you would not be required to make any changes to your building. Therefore, you would not have to comply with these new regulations unless and until you expand the size of the existing building or build a new building. Yet, when it comes to environmental regulations, this example doesn't work. Environmental regulations are different. It doesn't matter how long you've owned the property, it doesn't matter what improvements you've made, or how much money you spent to comply with environmental regulations. There is no concept of grandfathering with respect to environmental regulations. Here's what I mean. If a new environmental regulation comes into effect, you need to comply with the new current regulations, whether it's local, state, or federal. If the waste discharge standards change or the quantity of the chemicals you're permitted to keep in inventory is changed or becomes more restrictive, you will need to comply now. You are required to because the standard of care is to protect the public's health and welfare. What you did yesterday is important and significant, but under the law, it's not sufficient. Consequently, it's smart to keep informed of local changes in the law. This is Dr. Barnes Sokolow. We'll talk again.